Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to jump into the world of George Orwell's famous book, 1984. It's a really powerful story about a society where there is total control. We're going to explore what makes this place so scary and why the ideas in this book are still so important for us to talk about. So here's what we're going to look at. First, we'll get to know the country of Oceania and the telescreens that are always watching. Then we'll see how the government, called the Party, actually changes history, creates a new language, and even punishes people for their thoughts. And to finish up, we'll think about how some of these ideas might connect to our own world. Ready? Let's get started. All right, first up, let's just try to get a feel for this place. What is it actually like to live in this strange and controlling society? I want you to just picture this for a second. A world where you are never, ever truly alone. A place where privacy is just gone. The government is watching every move you make and listening to every single word you say. That's the world of 1984. So who's running the show here? Well, the country is called Oceania. The group in charge of everything is simply called the Party. And their leader? Well, he's a mysterious figure known only as Big Brother. His face is on posters everywhere, watching you. Okay, so let's imagine we're starting our day in Oceania. The very first thing you'd see when you wake up is this really important tool they use for control. It's called a telescreen, and it's in every single home, every office, everywhere. Think of it like a TV that's also a camera and a microphone. It's always on, showing you government messages, but it's also always watching and listening to you. And here's the kicker. You can never turn it off. And get this, the telescreen even leads your morning exercises. This quote from the book shows an instructor literally watching someone in their own home and yelling at them to try harder. There is absolutely nowhere to hide. All right, so you've done your morning exercises. Now it's time for work. And in Oceania, a lot of people work at a very, very strange place, the Ministry of Truth. Now, here's the funny thing about the name. You hear Ministry of Truth and you think, okay, this place is about facts, right? Well, it's the exact opposite. The people who work here spend their entire day rewriting old newspapers and records to make sure history always matches what the party is saying today. And the process is, well, it's pretty simple, which is what makes it so scary. You get an order to change a fact. You find the original document, you rewrite it, and then you destroy the original. Just like that, the old truth is gone, as if it never even happened. The only truth is what the party says it is. So you might be wondering, how can people live like this? How do you just accept that facts can change from one day to the next? Well, you have to learn a very special mental skill. It's called doublethink. It's basically the ability to believe two things that are completely opposite. And these are the official slogans of the party. You see them on buildings all over the place. And each one is a perfect, and I mean perfect, example of doublethink. You have to truly believe that war keeps the peace, that being a slave to the party is real freedom, and that not knowing things, well, that actually makes you strong. So the party doesn't just control what you remember. It also wants to control how you think, and they do that by changing the actual words you're allowed to use. This new language is called newspeak, and what's so wild about newspeak is its goal. It's not trying to create new words, it's trying to destroy them. Every single year, the Newspeak dictionary gets smaller and smaller. Let's look at this example here. See how that long sentence in normal English, or Old Speak, gets shrunk down to just a few simple words? The whole point is, if you don't have a word for something, like, say, freedom, how can you even think about it? The idea is you can't. You can't have a thought if you don't have the words for it. Okay, so the party controls what you see, what you remember, and the words you use. But what happens if a wrong idea still manages to pop into your head? So what do you think the worst possible crime is in this world? It's not stealing. It's not even murder. No, the worst crime you can commit is something that happens quietly inside your own mind. It's called thought crime. And who comes for you if you commit a thought crime? Well, that would be the most feared people in all of Oceania, the thought police. They aren't looking for weapons. They're looking for ideas. Ideas that go against Big Brother. They are always, always watching. Just having the wrong look on your face could get you arrested. But you know what their best tool is? They encourage children to be spies. on their own families. Kids are taught to be proud of reporting their parents for any sign of thought crime. Just imagine that for a moment. Okay, so this world of 1984, it's an extreme, terrifying story, but it was written as a warning, and it leaves all of us with a really important question to think about. You know, George Orwell wrote this book a long time ago, but his warnings about being watched, about what truth is, and about how language can shape our thoughts, well, they feel more important now than ever before. So the final question is really for you. Where do you see ideas from 1984 in the world around you today? It's definitely something worth thinking about. Thanks so much for joining me.